couldn't even do a fire on your patio or anything. It was banned. So the only fire was inside in a fireplace. Not even like if you had like a proper fireplace outside on your. That's how dry it was around here. So no fire. So basically, even when I go winter camping, there's no fire where I go. So the heat that I have to bring it with myself, which is me. And so I have to. There's little tricks that you can do and things like that. Uh, so this is on sleeping bag, and that's why I carry that sleeping bag. So that way, if I get cold, for example, like when we're talking, so if I don't have my pants and stuff, well then I can still stay warmer. Because now by getting undressed and everything, I'll warm up in my sleeping bag and bring the heat over there and basically stay warmer on that way. Okay, tent. And last part. So the tent, this one is 4 season, and a 4 season tent is way different. And the reason it's set up in my house right now is that it's been a long time I didn't use my tent because again I don't hike a lot. I'm trying to change it, but I usually do more like a 1 day thing, more than 2 or 3 days stuff. So it was a long time I didn't put it together. So I was like, I'll put it together because that's the first. That's a trick too. Somebody told me once, and it makes a lot of sense. Don't If you buy a new tent, don't wait that you go on your hike to put it together. Go in your living room or a place that like you have enough space to put the tent together, and put it and practice and see. Because actually, the first time I re-put it, because like I said, it was a long time I didn't put it. I put those sticks, those stake at the wrong spot. So it was a good practice, and now I know, because you don't want to wait at 10 o'clock with your headlamp in the middle of a storm raining on you to figure it out that you don't remember how to put the poles in and everything. So you have to be comfortable enough to put that tent without thinking, because as you can see here, there's a lot of clips. There's like 4 different poles. There's different anchor points. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong if you don't know exactly how to set up that tent and stuff. So really important to remember that and to practice this when you do. So why is that a 4 season tent? And what's different between a 4 season tent and the other tents? First of all, is a 4 season tent is also an expedition tent. So 4 seasons. So we're talking about winter, and in winter, what can happen? It's snow. And so those tents, what's the advantage and why they construct with so many poles is structure. So they need to maintain their structure for one reason. If it rains a lot, so all the other 3 seasons, if it rains on your tent, the water will just pearl out. It won't accumulate on it. So there's not a lot of weight that can happen on your tent. Now, transfer that in the winter, and let's say you have 6 feet of snow or whatever that falls, like you're in a huge snowstorm and accumulation and you're stuck in your tent. 2 things will be happening: wind and weight, and the weight of the snow. And now you have snow on the top of your tent. And so that's why those tents are made a little bit more sturdy for the wind resistance, as well as weight of snow and everything. And so usually, like I have another tent which is like a 3 season, and it has only 2 poles. While in the winter it could do it, but you wouldn't be able to go like on the major expedition with that one. This one we brought when I went on Mount Aconcagua, and we spent like literally 2 weeks in this because that was the trip. So 2 people, 2 person, pretty space. This is pretty good space. 2 person. There's another side. So usually that's what happens. Is a 4 season. There's a little bit more space, as well as they under on the outside there'll be like a little window or something, so if there's a storm outside you can still get a little bit of light inside, because if you're stuck like if you do like McKinley or something like this, like you could be stuck in that tent. This can be your house for like 5 days. You even have to maybe pee in a bottle. That's all that you could do. So when you go on an expedition, this is basically your home and your refuge from all the elements. On the outside as well, it's not set up now, but I have also, like on my cover, I have like different point of attachment, so I can anchor it better and put it down, as well as you see it a little bit. It's not that purpose right now, but that cord there, you can attach it to almost every corner. It can be attached in a different way, and what it's going to create is going to create even more resistance. So if it gets like so windy that this thing will fly out, you can start attaching a cord inside, kind of in the pattern that I'm doing with my finger right now, and basically what it does is it add up a little bit of sturdiness to your tent. So basically those tents are made up for major load on the top of it, and as well as sturdiness in case of and as you can see right now it's not attached and stuff, but sturdiness as well for the wind and wind resistant. And when we were in like Concagua, I mean when we were on Camp 2, which is like it was about 20,000 feet, and it was pretty windy, and yet when we were inside it was pretty quiet, so it muffles a little bit the sounds as well of the wind, because that's the other thing too. If you cannot sleep because the wind just howl at you and just shake the tent like crazy, then it's hard to do a good to be hiking and everything. So this is the tent that I'll be bringing this weekend, and this is basically my sleeping system. So this is the gear that I'll be bringing, and we'll see you on the trail.